Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast. Hello, 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 hello. It is wonderful saying hi. Hello, how do you do? What is happening? What is going on with you? Blessings, 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 and more blessings. I speak unto you for those who will be live. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do it. For those who will hashtag and replay it, I love it. For those who will be on and I don't know you on and I might not never know you on, I could appreciate that. And then for those who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's do it. Let's make it do what it do. I value you. I appreciate you. I honor you no matter which of those roles you fall in. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, coming to you live from Sicklerville, New Jersey. Um, and talking this week about practicing, right? Practicing our being, practicing the version of ourselves that we desire to show up, practicing it builds muscle, it builds mental muscle as we're practicing doing a thing. So, showing up in the way that you desire to show up, practicing being that version that you value, that you find, oh, that's better. That version that you value, that version that you find, um, um, I don't know what I want. The version that you I can't think of another word but value. Anyway, good morning, Ray Price. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your prayers. So, that version of you hey, Erica. Good morning, honey bun. Good morning. That version that you find value in, that you want to highlight, that you want to promote, that you want to grow, practicing that version. Thank you for your love, honey. Practicing that version. So today we're talking about practicing is being our highest self, right? Practicing as being our highest or higher, right? Practicing that version of our selves. Where is my thing here? Yeah, practicing as being trying to find something, y'all. You know how it can be. I get a thought, and there we go. Practicing being our highest self, okay? Um, and so I'm looking for something, right? And so as we think about this idea, so practicing is being our highest self, being in alignment with what is our deepest truth, being in alignment with what it is that we truly value, being in alignment with our highest priority, or highest potential, right? So aligning with the truth of our being is practicing as our highest self. So what's the truth of your being? All right, what's the truth of your being? Love is the truth of our being, y'all. We were created. Oh wait, let me see if I can find that. As I even forgot who said it, but it was a powerful quote that I saw and heard, and I had to capture it. I think this is it. No, that ain't it. Here we go. Human beings are really made of love and for love. And this quote, Richard Rohr, right? Said, and we still don't know it. Human beings are made of love and for love, and we still don't know it. Human beings are made of love and for love, and we still don't know it. Of love, for love. And we still don't know it, y'all. Yep. Human beings are of love, for love, and we still don't know it. Happy Monday, Virginia, from Virginia. Good morning. So, look, practicing as our highest self, for me, means we practice living in love, being of love. Like we're demonstrating that truth that we are made of love, made from love, for love, made from love. This quote says made of love, for love. I would say made from love, of love, for love. And we got to know it. We got to practice knowing it. Like we have to practice knowing that truth. And if we practice that truth, we will practice as our highest self, right? Practicing, setting the time aside every day where we are practicing as our highest self. Each day that we're practicing as our highest self. So we're practicing of love as love. We're practicing as our highest version, as our highest self. That version of ours that remembers what we value, that places priority on those values that serve all, right? Places priority on those values that help humanity, really, right? Help, Hey, Brian, good morning, sis. Love you back. Right? So serving from that place that's our highest good. Look, we can show up from a place of, don't like this, don't want this, we can serve, we can show up from that place. I just don't think it benefits us to show up from that place. I just don't think. We can know that things are going to be a particular way. Yeah, we can. One second. We can know that things might be a particular way, and we can have that particular way not. Hey, Margie. Hey, cousin. How are you? We can have that particular way not be how do I want to say it? Not be life-giving, right? And that's kind of how we might show up in that way. But we get to choose whether we're going to do something different or not, or whether that's going to be how we engage life. Happy Monday, cousin. All is well. I pray the same for you. And see, Erica, that's true. And to me, it's sad. Love is genuine. I love because you can't be fake about it if you truly care, right? And so it is vital to um, make a decision that that's what we want to do. Yeah, you can't fake love. You really can't. Because then it's not love if you're faking it. It's something else. It's pretense. I don't know. A lot of things could go in there, but love is transformative, right? From the inside out. Love is transformative. So the truth of the matter is, if we are showing up in love, we're going to be transformed, and others who we connect with and who we touch are also going to be transformed, right? Love is transformative. And so we just have to decide, beloved, just as we show up in life as our individual selves, to practice as our highest self. So what does that mean? Like, it means something different for each one of us. So what does that mean for you to practice, to make that a part of your daily practice? Practice as your highest self, you know? So that's what I invite us to, right? I invite us to do that, right? To show up as the highest version of yourself right now. Because we can't show up as a higher version of ourselves. We got to show up as the highest version that we are right now. And as we practice being that version, it unlocks possibilities for the next highest version, right? Do what you know to do. Show up as you know to show up. Be who you know to be, as far as to be the best version of yourself right now. Like, practice being that version, and that version unlocks the door to the next highest version. Do you see? But if we continue practice behaviors that just don't serve us well, right? If we continue practicing behaviors that don't align with the best for us, then we're not unlocking the door for the next best version. Do you see? If I know, right, that I have a tendency to, I don't know, if I know I have a tendency to think doubt and disbelief, if I know that that's my tendency to think doubt and disbelief, then I can work on doing something different. Right? If I have a tendency to 1 second. Right. So if we know that we have a tendency to create doubt and disbelief, or lean into that, then our highest practicing as our highest self, then we practice believing, right? We practicing faith. We're practicing leaning into truth. We're practicing looking for truth, as opposed to practicing looking for doubt. Do you see? Or expecting somebody to, right? Change your expectation, beloved. We get what we expect. We really do. So you expect somebody to, to lie, if you expect somebody to not be honorable and whatever you want to call it, that's probably what we're going to get, because we do get what we expect. So I just really invite us this morning to consider practicing our higher self. So I want to talk a little bit more about what that means. So our higher self means to live in alignment with our deepest truth, our values, and potential. It's about embodying the best, the fullest, and the most authentic expression of who we are, not just in isolated moments, but as a way of being, as a way of being. So it's like aligning with our inner truth, right? Our highest parts, or aligning with wholeness and self-love, aligning with expansion and growth, right? Peace and presence, contribution and purpose, right? And so aligning with that who Papa God created us to be, who Papa God created us to be. So I just really invite us to that this week, right? I invite us to align with what is the truth of our beings, whether it's the truth of our essence, and allow nothing else to be, allow us to not practice, allow yourself to not practice anything less than. So this is the thing. It doesn't mean we're going to be perfect. So we might do something that's less than, but don't practice something that's less than, right? We might do something that's less than, but we don't have to practice what is less than. All right, beloved. So all week, of course, we'll be talking about the same subject, practicing as I might change it from higher self to truer self or freer self or something, but going to the next version is what I'm talking about. Going to the next version. All right. So I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. Thank you for being on. Thank you for being on. Ray Price, Erica, Virginia from Virginia, Brenda Fales, Margie Woods Clemens. Thank you for being on this morning. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for your love. Thank you for showing up for you. And practice being your highest self. Go look it up, y'all. Go look up what does it mean in general? And then think about today, what does that mean for me? In order to practice as my highest self, what do I need to let go? In order to practice at my highest self, what do I need to pick up? In order to practice as my highest self, what do I need to know? What do I need to learn? How do I need to adjust in order to practice as my highest self? What is it that's necessary for me to practice as my highest self? What does that look like for me? You know? And so I just invite us to that. I invite us to practice being the highest, truest, fullest, freest version of ourselves. Why not? Why practice something else? Right? Why would we even want to practice anything else but that? You know? Why would we even want to practice something other than that? Because look, we only get one time around the sun. So we might as well unlock the best of us. We only get one time around the sun. So we might as well practice as the best, absolutely best version of ourselves. Right? Because I'm not going to practice being the worst version of myself or being a lesser version of myself. Let's practice being the best. Okay, it's the top of the hour. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. Have a fantastic day. Decide that this week is going to be the highest week you've ever had, the highest version showing up. Alignment with your truth of who you are, right? Alignment with your deepest truth, your values, your potential, embodying the best, the fullest, and most authentic expression of who you are, not just in isolated moments, but as a way of being. All right, have a fantastic day. Bye bye now.